For affordable IRS tax representation. J. David Tax Law can stop any IRS collection action and protect you from financial devastation. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Hicken here. Need help cleaning and sanitizing your home? Give Zero Res a call. Zero Res is on the front lines when it comes to fighting against germs and viruses. Zero Res has been providing a cleaner and healthier living environment in Jacksonville homes for more than 15 years. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, man. It's the right way to clean.
Searching for a fence? Challenge yourself to find a fence company with more positive online reviews than Superior Fence and Rail. With over 750 total online reviews and a 4.8 out of 5 review average, Superior Fence and Rail is superior. So take the online challenge or let their professional team show you what superior service looks like. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 21st, 1992, Golden State Warrior head coach Don Nelson was named NBA Coach of the Year, becoming the first NBA coach to win the award 3 times.
Hey, Hicken here. You've been putting off that engagement or just ready to reward someone you love for being so awesome during these last months? Great news. Diamonds Direct is open for business, and that is the best news of all, man. Diamonds Direct is back, and they're there and ready to work with you. The team is all there. All the necessary precautions are in place, and the showcase is jam-packed. And listen, starting this Friday, Diamonds Direct is helping in a big way. Their most aggressive finance offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing, nothing down on any purchase. Yeah, 60 months, 0 interest on anything. All certified diamonds, all designer rings, all fashion jewelry, all earrings, pendants, bands, bracelets. If you had to delay that engagement or wedding or that anniversary or birthday celebration, Diamonds Direct is here. Spread your payments over 5 years, 0 interest. A $6,000 designer ring for $100 a month. At Diamonds Direct, they know love is the most essential thing. Diamonds Direct open Memorial Day as well. Get details, store hours, and directions at diamondsdirect.com.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call now for your free evaluation and see if multi-unit hair grafting or PRP can restore your hair. Call 904-777-IHRS.
My bald spots are gone. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS is the only clinic in the Southeast to offer all proven solutions to restore your hair and is now offering multi-unit hair grafting. One procedure, more hair.
You've got nothing to lose but more hair. I feel younger, I look younger, and who doesn't want to feel better about themselves?
This year, grow your hair back. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-4477.
Man, I've been so impressed by the flexibility of so many of these business partners that I've been working with personally. You know, those businesses that you hear endorsed here on the air. And one of those is Pet Paradise, who, man, they have had their finger on the pulse of this throughout, realizing that healthcare professionals and first responders had bigger needs. They've been offering discounts for their pet care now for weeks, really, since this started and continuing through the end of the month. Well, now the lobbies have reopened. They've resumed tours to customers. So, listen, Pet Paradise has it lined up. Customers practice social distancing in their designated areas inside a lobby. By the way, all locations continue frequent disinfecting of high-touch services and deep cleanings. And Pet Paradise continues to offer curbside drop-off and pick-off services for all appointment types. And there are a lot of appointment types. I've told you, they have grooming, vet services, play dates, boarding, and discounts on all those right now because of the time. Go to petparadise.com today.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. While these weeks are challenging for most of us, my friends at McGowan's AC are trying to make you more comfortable by offering special financing on the new AC system now. How does no payments and no interest for 12 months sound? Let me say that again. No payments, no interest for 12 months with credit approval. For easy details, visit McGowan'sAC.com or call 264-COOL. McGowan's AC, the official heating and air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
License number CMC 1250075. Woody's Barbecue is now opening their dining rooms along with their incredibly efficient takeout and curbside service. Virus haters everywhere are lining up. Woody's Barbecue.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
All right, crank it up. Good to see the doctor.
Boys, good to be back.
How are you?
Good.
Studio.
Working hard again. Things opening up a little bit.
Yep.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists taking care of a lot of folks again. It's good to see.
Well, we've been open, and we did we're still doing it, the urgent walk-in stuff or whatever. And I think the big thing is to get people's confidence level that it's safe to come out.
Right.
Come out of your cave. It's okay.
One thing I read was that a lot of other health issues are down, but the reason they're down is because people are scared to go get checked. And so if you if you have another health issue that's not necessarily a COVID or whatever, something's bothering you, you need to go to your doctor and get checked out so they can help you get better.
Yeah, no kidding. And, well, just a point from my world in orthopedics, I do a lot of shoulders and knees.
Right.
I did a few 6 shoulders yesterday. 3 of them we had been holding because it wasn't urgent to do during the governor's shutdown of elective cases. Mm-hmm. They were all stiff as could be.
Right.
Had to manipulate their arms, so they had frozen shoulders because we sat on them.
Right.
It affects their recovery, their pain level afterwards. It caused them to have a tougher rehab now because of that.
Yeah. I'm wondering. I think it's hurting some of these players in free agency. Cam Newton, for example. If you're a team and you're going to invest in Cam Newton, you got to get some meds, man. I mean, you got to have that guy in front of you and move that shoulder around.
Sure.
And MRI that foot. I mean, he can go out to a high school field as he did yesterday and release as many videos as he wants of dropping back 7 steps and firing it downfield. But to make a real investment in a player like Cam Newton, you kind of have to have a pretty extensive, medical checkup. Which maybe now does that start to be allowed a little bit more?
Should be.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics on whether the NFL is letting the team physicians see their players yet, but they should be.
Yeah.
There's at this point, the numbers show that the rates are still going down in Florida, even though we've opened up. It's just the peak is past. Everything is kind of going back to normal. We need to get out and start becoming normal with. Wash your hands. And now the CDC's coming out saying that the surface contact isn't as big a deal.
It's just people
but
to
still,
people.
Just be smart.
But yes.
If you're
correct.
sick, don't go out. If you're coughing, put a mask on. Otherwise, even the whole mask thing.
Yeah.
We can go round and round with that. But
Right.
you put masks on kids in high school and junior high, take a picture of how many times their hands on their face. You would be amazed and disgusted by it. And that's what's going to create more problems than we'll prevent by putting a mask on.
Mm-hmm. So you're when you look at the big picture, you're confident of football returning at the professional level. What about fans in the stands?
Same thing.
Yeah.
You can separate them if you want. I mean, families can sit together, and people that are, in groups of families can be together. And they separate by your 6 feet deal.
Right.
And they can make it in the concession stands in the bathrooms put marks where people have to stand just so they're not congregating. I mean, we'll do that for a while, and then it's going to be like, okay, we still don't see a spike.
Right.
Get back to normal.
My fear is that, there's certain things that, like you said, are seasonal. They come and they go every year. I mean, we're going to act every time that it's COVID season. Are we shutting down for 6 weeks, or we go on the assumption that there's vaccines or shots or something by then?
Well, I think the vaccine's going to be out it's not going to be before this next season hits than in the wintertime. It's not. I mean, you have to go through testing.
So are we fairly certain there will be a, quote, second wave?
No,
we're not fairly certain.
If you listen to the Faucis of the world that are, touting that,
right.
I think you would say, yeah, but I think there may be a little spike, just as any flu could come through.
Right.
But no, it's not going to be a pandemic again.
Okay.
And we certainly shouldn't. We've proven that we don't need to shut the country down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can self-distance and, wash your hands and be safe without closing the economy down again. I doubt that would ever to do that again, having seen the numbers now, would be really kind of a foolish move based on the data.
How much time do these – I mean, I saw the NBA release their quote-unquote schedule, and they'd have, guys first showing up at team facilities on the beginning of June and not playing games till the end of July, like training camps. And is that – you need that much conditioning, especially coming off of the – there's a lot of – certainly more inactive than normal for all athletes.
Well, I think the more time they have, the better. I think that getting in condition to play a sport like that, no matter what they've been doing, it isn't the same routine they've been in.
Right.
So getting them back in the routine, it may take a month. That's probably reasonable. There's no specifics on how long that takes, but that's probably a reasonable timeline.
And for baseball as well. I mean,
Sure.
You're talking about pitchers, and obviously they're
particularly
not
the skill guys like the pitchers.
Right, they're not throwing. You basically have to have another spring training, and you got to give them. They've got to build up. I mean, they can't go out. You can't start the baseball season, or unless you're under the thing. Well, we're going to treat it like spring training games. You're going to throw 2 innings. You're going to throw 30 pitches. You're going to, because otherwise they've got to build up. That's what they do. The hitters then get their time and they're ready. And, you get your body ready for – one thing I've learned in watching that Last Dance, too, it's like at the professional level, and tell me if this is poppycock, because maybe it is. But it seems like at the professional level, like if you're building your body for a certain sport, there's certain things you'll do versus a different sport. In other words, like Jordan talked about, he was basketball guy. Well, then he wanted to go to baseball. Well, he had a whole different routine and worked on a whole different bunch of stuff to play baseball for a lengthy period of time. Does that make sense or not necessarily?
Sure it does.
Yeah.
And to that point, that's why you see a lot of, I think, and this has been shown in a couple studies, that if you're a multi-sport young in high school level, you're less likely to have the recurring type of overuse injuries.
Right.
If you're kind of working in different muscle groups and muscle memory differently, as opposed to the one thing all the time.
Doc, I've seen some suggestions at times that athletes would wear masks. That just doesn't seem possible.
Have you been wearing a mask?
I haven't.
Yeah.
When I came home from my test,
go find I'll bring you an N95 mask in next time. Put it on, walk around for an hour in this room, or take a brisk walk down the hallway.
Sweat.
There's no way in the world you can play football with an N95 mask on.
Yeah.
It's not. There's
any
no
sport.
chance. You'll suffocate yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no way.
N95 is the
that's the heavy duty.
It's a form-fitting thing that it really seals almost around your face.
Okay.
And you can't have a beard. None of that will work. I mean,
how much more effective is that?
You sweat a lot. It's just not going to happen.
I've noticed when I wear the mask, if I go out to places that I tend to perspire a lot more.
Sure.
And they were talking about putting those and building some new helmet with a mask.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Come on. Is this a money-making thing? Right.
Here the one thing that is I don't know if it's confusing or what the word is. I don't want to say. Maybe it's frustrating. I don't understand why there seems to be this, and I don't know if there's a reason behind it, but there seems to be this notion that the virus is a one-size-fit-all and that everyone is at equal danger. When the average age of death is 81, shouldn't that be front-page news?
You're talking crazy now.
I mean, the average, unless I'm
Absolutely,
wrong, and that's
changed.
Exactly
what the data
Isn't the
shows.
average age is 81 for death?
Yeah, well,
isn't that also cause the that's higher than the actual age for natural causes.
Right. Well, I'm telling you now, there's a lot of these deaths that have happened in the country that have been spun into COVID-19 that aren't.
And
that
there's
are related to other things, but being that it's in this pandemic time, okay, it's a COVID death.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I just like some
wrong.
accurate info, like the age group that you belong to, your demographic. What are your? At some point, don't we make probability chances? I mean, life is a probability. You have a 1 in 10,000 chance of dying in a car wreck when you get in your car today. And I'm not trying to equate the two, but life is a series of.
If you look at the numbers critically, you're absolutely right. It's elderly and people that have other health issues, particularly lung issues. they're at higher risk for death. And that's just reality. That's the fact. It's been the fact in Italy. It's been the fact everywhere where this has hit.
Is there a medical standard of amount of time before you can present these as facts? Like, is the reason that we're not getting numbers on exactly who is afflicted and how the cause of death is occurring is because there hasn't been enough time to scientifically, avow that these are facts and it's not just a trend?
Well, all the scientists will go back and look at this in detail when we say we're done. But you could look at the facts you have in front of you now, and there certainly shows exactly what you said. And, it was way overshot in the beginning, and we bunkered ourselves in our houses to prevent this, which may or may not have helped, probably did for a little bit. And now to continue that makes no sense based on the numbers. So, protect the elderly and the sick. They should stay away from people. And everybody else needs to get out and get back to life. There is data to show that if you're not out of your home in the environment, your immune system is compromised.
Makes you more likely to get
susceptible to get sick from that and other things.
Is that I saw there's some 600 doctors wrote a letter. Did you see that?
I heard that. I didn't see the letter, but it
basically was saying though about all the negative health effects that come from being
sure, and people haven't been going to get their, like Dan said, people aren't going to get their standard general health care done. Mm-hmm. I mean, they just have ignored that, and they need to get back to it because those are important things.
Right. Good to see you, Doc. Glad you're back in.
Yeah, good to be in
By
here.
the way, chip alert on South Side, so be careful. Stretching from JPD
You guys
down
saved me
past Bay Meadows.
last week when you said that.
Yeah. Good. There we go.
Drill
Saving
speed trap.
docs, one doc at a time. It's the drill speed trap alert. All right, that's Inside the Injury Report. Doc, appreciate it. Good to see you.
Thank you, boys.
Back at it, jacksportsdoc.com and Southeast Orthopedic Specialists because they're just too big for one name. We'll see.
The 1010XL studios are kept clean by Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
I'm Mr. Rurik. Let me officially welcome you to
1010XL, where we make sports fantasies happen.
Yes!
This is Coach Garris from Oakley. We highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for our kids. We want our student athletes to be treated like the pros.
This is Dr. Aaron Bates with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Our team is always ready to help with any orthopedic pain issue you may have. Visit us online at sc-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. Holy great deals, Batman. How do we do it? Murray Superstores offer an exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty, so stop paying those big city prices at those big city dealers. Shazam! And we'll trade anything from kitchen mops to laptops. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
It's been a challenging year, and exceptional people have risen to the occasion. Now's the time to recognize them. Know someone who's making an impact in our community? Nominate them to be this year's TIAA Bank Community Champion. Each winning nominee will receive a $1,000 donation towards their cause and will share their story with the world. Visit TIAABank.com/Community Champion for details, terms, and conditions. The deadline to nominate is June 26th. Visit TIAABank.com/Community Champion.
Tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops with their Memorial Day sale happening May 22nd through the 25th. All Nike golf shoes are 25% off. Score an epic deal on Callaway's Epic Flash Driver, now only $349. Save big with the G400 driver, now only $249. Remember, the more you buy, the more you save, and receive up to 25% off all apparel. Edwin Watts Golf Shops Memorial Day sale happening May 22nd and May 25th. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee, serving golfers since 1968.
Quality work for people you can trust at a fair price. I can't put it any simpler. This is Frank Franzi, and I'm talking about Big Chief Tire. Look, I've known the Parman family for years. They have been taking care of Jacksonville's tire needs for a lot longer than that. They've stayed in business for so long because they always take the best care of you and your vehicle. Tires, brakes, alignments. I always go to Big Chief Tire, and you should too. Proudly serving Jacksonville since 1961. Big Chief Tire. Drive in, drive out, drive on.
Hey, Hicken here, and I got some good news. Zero Res received some stimulus funding from the government. 3 things that local owner Dave Benyon wants to do with that money. He wants to slow the spread of COVID-19 by making your home cleaner, healthier, safer place to live. He wants to keep his employees working so they can provide for their families and keep the economy running. And he wants to help those in need. So he has a plan, and it's working. Zero Res offering 25% off all services. That's cleaning the carpets, the area rugs, the tile, the grout, the upholstery, everything. Also includes stain protectants, pet-related treatments, granite countertops. I'm talking 25% off everything. Next, you could submit to Zero Res, someone in need. They will clean the carpets of one family in need absolutely free, help fight against the spread of COVID, keep the economy going, and help those in need. What do? You call now at 287-5727. That's 287-5727. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Hi, this is Lisa with the Freedom Boat Club. And you know I've been talking to you about the club for a while, but here's the deal. You wouldn't buy a house, a car, or even a boat without seeing it, so this is my personal invitation. Come see me at the Freedom Boat Club. Come check us out. Take a free boat ride. See how much fun the members have and how great the dock staff is. Experience the thrill of being on the water without any of the responsibilities. Come anytime and I will take you for a boat ride. In the meantime, visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
With your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm B for 1010XL. This update brought to you by the Best Bet Card Rooms. Yesterday, the NCAA's Division I Council voted to allow voluntary on-campus athletic activities to resume in football and men's and women's basketball starting on June 1st. Last night, rain was a factor, cut the race short, but Denny Hamlin took the checkers at the second event in Darlington. The series will now shift to Charlotte for a pair of races starting Sunday and then again on Wednesday evening. It's 73 degrees at 8:05. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
All right, back on the Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Hurricane season's coming. Make sure your yard is protected, and when the damage comes through, Custom Tree Surgeons is there to get you right back to that beautiful yard that you had before. So whether it's preventative, maybe it's just some hurricane pruning, or most likely when they're most in need is when that unexpected happens on your property. And I'm telling you what, Custom Tree Surgeons comes very well recommended. Would you indulge me with a quick game of a Would You Rather? And no, kids, it's not that Would You Rather.
Oh, okay.
Right, typical. Would you rather? Kate Upton? Or no, we're not playing that one. You ready?
No.
Would you rather? Okay, this is a game of Would You Rather. Would you rather enter your football season, Dan, with Dwayne Haskins as your quarterback or Cam Newton?
Cam Newton.
Okay. Would you rather enter your football season with Jarrett Stidham as your quarterback or Cam Newton?
Cam Newton.
Would you rather enter the season with Ryan Fitzpatrick as your quarterback or Cam Newton?
Cam Newton.
Would you rather enter the season with Drew Lock as your quarterback or Cam Newton?
I'm saying this under the premise that Cam Newton is healthy and ready to play football,
Correct.
and he's 30 years old.
Yeah,
yeah.
Right. I am too, and I think that he is.
I would say. Now I understand what the Broncos are doing. That's their guy. He's their future.
Well,
so, would I rather? I'd rather have Cam Newton, but I get the Broncos on that.
Yeah, I'm trying to. We can look at it kind of in a bubble. The Broncos are the problem when it comes to Cam Newton.
Yeah.
If the Broncos think Drew Lock's going to saddle him up and win a Super Bowl, I would disagree with him.
Yeah.
Cam Newton couldn't do that. He's proven it. I think many times. Look, if you got a game tomorrow and you're going to take Josh Allen over Cam Newton, I would say that you're not making a very smart decision. And Josh Allen is a highly thought of rising quarterback. What's so hard for Cam Newton right now finding a job is so many teams are tied to their quarterback regardless of the talent level. It's more about what the talent ceiling is or what they think it could be. Why would or they're in a position like the Jaguars where, Cam Newton doesn't take you to a next level, perhaps, and you'll ride it out with Gardner Minshew. But the bottom line is, if I keep going, Cam Newton, Mitch Trubisky, Cam Newton, Joe Burrow, Cam Newton. Now, That might not be who you want forever, but if you had a football game, Cam Newton, Daniel Jones, Cam Newton, Derek Carr, Cam Newton, Gardner Minshew, Cam Newton, Sam Darnold, Cam Newton, Baker Mayfield. I'm 13 quarterbacks in, Dan, that Cam Newton would probably bring that team more wins than the quarterback I just named.
You would think.
It's just it's surprising to me that a guy.
I think there's more to the story.
Yeah,
that's all I got to say.
There's personality. There's.
Yeah, and I don't even know if it's that.
Well, that's like the insider columns are pointing to as at least part of it.
I just think it's the question about how healthy he is. Can he throw anymore? Those types of things. I don't think it's. Cam Newton is not. Cam Newton is he's not even a. Cam Newton's a likable guy. You know, I mean, he's fun on the field. He enjoys the game. He smiles. I don't know the, I don't see the personality stuff. I see the can he run?
Yeah,
I've always been
Well, the physical may be the bigger part of it. Jeff Darlington's my new favorite reporter, and you nailed Tom Brady. I'm going to trust what you're telling me is right. And his report today is that one of the things that's keeping teams from going all in is the personality. I don't know what that means exactly. But.
Yeah. Well. Personally, I'd rather win than I don't care if he's a pain in my rear.
I don't think Cam Newton is untouchable because it's not like we're talking about Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
So that's not what I mean to imply, but that as a part is probably 3 or 4 factors, and health has to be one. Maybe also, Cam is not as likely to say, okay, I'll sign with the Chargers and beat these 2 guys out, or I'm going to sign with the Chargers and I know they're going to push Justin Herbert into that job in a year or 2 anyway. You don't want to put yourself in that position.
Well, do we know that? I mean, because the Chargers said they weren't interested. So do we know that? Has Cam come out and said, "I'm not going to be a backup," or is that just the?
I think that's the word.
Reports are he's not going to be a backup. Yeah.
Would Cam Newton be willing, or would it be smart to sit out for a year? Like if he doesn't get a starting job next year, the cycle restarts and you get in early and you're the first one up. Or wait, and then if a team, what if Ben Roethlisberger goes down in week 9 and the Steelers are 7-2?
Well, that's the thought of what he's going to do.
Stay and wait for a contender to
wait for someone who needs him
falter.
To come in and start. I don't think it'd be smart to sit out though.
No, I don't either.
I mean, football players. I don't understand why you would ever sit out a year if you only got X amount of years to make money.
Yeah, but here's why. I guess this is why. First, Cam's probably got $1 zillion, but do you fall further down the line as a backup for a year than you would for not playing for a year? I almost wonder if you wouldn't just become more slotted as a backup, being a backup for a year, than you'd be slotted as a backup if you don't play for a year.
I'm not comparing the two, but the plan for, say, Blake Bortles was to go be a backup to regain his footing, blah, 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 and he'll be back. Well, he might not even be back now.
Correct.
So I always say if there's a place to play, you play.
But if there's a place to sit with a clipboard, maybe you don't.
Yeah. I mean, again, in 2018, he was 68%.
He had his best passing
13. I mean, not bad. I mean,
well, and he's a winner, dude. Cam Newton won in college. He won in JUCO. He's won in the NFL. He's an MVP. He's a Super Bowl quarterback. I mean, the notion that if the Bills think they're close, then why not sign Cam Newton for a year and see how close you are, rather than trust Cam Newton light and Josh Allen? I mean, obviously you can't do that. That's the strange thing about football in many ways. But it's funny to me that, would you agree that the most important position in all of sports is the quarterback?
I would say it's certainly yes.
Yeah, because of the totality of it all. I mean, you're just responsible for so much on the fly that in other sports you aren't.
Yeah, on and off the field.
Correct.
The bottom line is what you do on the field, but there's perceptions and things of that nature that you have to.
Correct. But
like if Buffalo drafted Josh Allen, they're not bringing.
I understand that, but I'm wondering is it's staying in your same cliche mindsets is always the best idea. Mm-hmm. I mean, go if you're the. And I hate to use the Bills because Allen they really like, but if you're the Bills, dude, what's going to hurt you to go for it? You got, go for it.
Yeah, I think they think they're going for it with their guy.
Is it? Well, okay. The Bills won't beat the Kansas City Chiefs if they play Mahomes versus Allen for the next 100 years. The Bills are never winning the AFC.
Yeah. I would never say never.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Does it hurt Cam Newton that the Patriots didn't bite on Cam Newton? Like, is there a notion somewhere, well, golly, the Pats didn't want him. Why would we?
Oh. No, Belichick's different. I don't think you can Listen, I've tried to implement the never trade with the Patriots, and nobody listens to me. So I don't think that has anything to do with it. It's interesting, and like I said, there's a lot more to the story that is not getting out. It has to be. I mean, based on purely talent, Cam Newton would. Now, again, the one thing I've always talked about is Cam Newton was at his best when he was scoring 10 to 15 rushing touchdowns a year. I don't know that he can do that anymore. Because you play that way you play in football. And the same will happen to Josh Allen. Josh Allen will have a smaller window because of the style of football that he plays at the quarterback position. If he doesn't become a pocket passer, eventually the NFL beats it out of you. And they'll beat it out of Lamar Jackson as well.
Maybe there's also this mentality that as good as Cam is, and he was an MVP that at his ceiling, and he played terrible in that Super Bowl game. Maybe he's not good enough to win a title. I don't think that's necessarily true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's got to be more than worries about the foot and the shoulder.
Yeah.
Now maybe it'd be about maybe it's not. Maybe it is strictly about that. If you're talking
Josh
about
Allen got better in every metric too. So I mean, again,
No.
He went from 53% to 59%. He went from 5-6 to 10-6. Went from 10 touchdowns to 20 touchdowns. Went from 12 picks to 9 picks.
Yeah, that's significant improvement.
I mean, just all over the place.
He can make some dazzling plays. I'm just concerned that when the game's on the line and it's 3rd and 6 and the guy's open on the 3rd and 8 and he throws it to row 1. That's what concerns me about it.
And we go for it on 4th down. Just a little bit more than we know.
I'm also concerned that when we go for it on 4th down and we've just gotten the 1st down, that we indiscriminately pitch the ball to another player at midfield for no reason.
Prisco put out his top 100 players, and no surprise, Mahomes and Aaron Donald and Russell Wilson and Michael Thomas. Christian McCaffrey is 5th now, and further illustrating that the Jags drafted the wrong running
Leonard
back.
7th.
He's not. Stephon Gilmore, Lamar Jackson, Chandler Jones. 5 consecutive double-digit sack seasons. 19 last year.
Dear Jan, Google Chandler Jones before your next scorched earth. Signed Jeff.
32 sacks the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Chandler Jones.
That's a miss by Belichick from the stand. Now, you can't really say they missed. They've won 2 or 3 Super Bowls since they traded Chandler Jones.
Well, yeah, right.
But he missed from the personality. I don't think he trusted Chandler Jones was going to stay eligible.
Correct. Khalil Mack, Aaron Rodgers.
That's too high for Aaron Rodgers. It's too high.
What, 10th?
Yeah.
10th best player?
I think it is.
Why?
I'd put him more again, we're back to I'm tired of hearing all the quarterbacks that we talk about as GOATs have one thing in common that Aaron Rodgers doesn't. They go to Super Bowls, Hick.
Yeah.
You know when the Aaron Rodgers and the Packers won the Super Bowl? Do you remember what year that was?
No.
It's going to be further away than you think. It was 2011. And I've got the GOAT at quarterback for 10 years after that, and I can't make a Super Bowl?
Jalen Ramsey, 26th.
Yeah, Pete's always liked Jalen. That's way too high for Jalen.
Has the talent to be much higher on the list, but a bad situation in Jacksonville, some of it self-inflicted, led to a trade to the Rams, which led to some adjusting on his part. I expect him to bounce back and play like
He's
a top
good
2 or 3 corner this season.
Yeah, he's a good player. He didn't play like 26 last year. He probably is a top 25
Chris Godwin, 29th.
Again,
the Bucks.
Pete has always been out there, dude. That's stupid. Come on, man.
Why? What do you want ahead of him? I mean, you can.
I want Mike Evans.
There's no way you can do a top. Maybe he is. There's no way you can do a top 100 list without. There's no way. It's not possible. You can't sit. I could say, Jeff, do a top 100 list, and you threw it out in front of me, and I would go, oh my God, what are you doing?
That's fair.
It's not possible, but it's fun to look at.
I think some stand out more than other. Maybe Chris Godwin is the 20. What'd you say, 4th?
Yeah.
Maybe he is the 24th best player. He was like the 6th best receiver in the NFC, so it's hard for me to. I do know this, and Chris Godwin may be the 24th best player. But I promise you, if you're telling me you can have this guy for the Jags, I'll go through 50 guys before I get to Chris Godwin. Won't you?
Yeah, it's a good question. 50's a lot. So.
Well, no, because you'll take 15 quarterbacks before you take Chris Godwin.
Well, if you're counting quarterbacks.
Of course you are. They count. Yeah. Did he say the outside of quarterbacks, the 50? So he's literally saying at 24, that really means like 10.
Oh, yeah. To update our drill poll, he had a great year last year. Our drill poll question today presented by the Edge Group. Speaking of excluding quarterbacks, which of the best players in the NFL would you want on the Jaguars? and over 400 votes. Aaron Donald still leading at 36%. George Kittle is second. Nick Bosa now third, and Michael Thomas fourth. So, and they're all in double digits, so 19.5 to 36.1. So it's fairly.
It speaks to an equal need at just about all positions.
Everywhere,
right?
Everywhere. I mean, it's just.
I mean, and
what
again,
it is.
it's a comparison that you don't like to make. You don't want to be negative, but at the end of the day, we still got a long way to go. I mean, when you're matching up against the best in the league, at some point you got to match them on the depth chart. And to compare DJ Chark to Michael Thomas is an absolute abomination of a joke.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they're nowhere close to each other.
No, not yet. Just wait. Yeah, so you can continue to go through this list, and again, you'll.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
and you're right. And so you actually, but I do know. Look, 20 whatever for Godwin. That's too high, dude.
Yeah,
that's too high for that position. That's just it's too easy at that position to flash. And I mean, the guy McLaurin is, I put him in for Godwin in that offense, and he'll catch 100 balls.
Derrick Henry's at 69.
Derrick
Too low?
Do you rather have Derrick Henry or Godwin? There's a perfect example. I don't know. You have to get inside Pete's head, I guess.
Yeah.
That's Pete's way of saying, I really love this guy. But going that way with Godwin, you're a year late, pal. We can't get a whole lot of credit. He had a Pro Bowl year last year.
So DJ Chark is 90. I haven't said this in this segment, but two Jaguars appeared 88 and 98. Two former Jaguars appeared higher, but that's neither here nor there.
Where is Calais still hanging?
Like 30-something. Josh Allen is 88th. Emerging players should be higher on this list next year as a rookie, 10.5 sacks to lead all rookies. And then 98, DJ Chark. In his second year, emerged as a big play threat, 73 catches, 1,008 yards, and 8 touchdowns. As the offense improves, his numbers go up. Let's hope so. But like, for example, Darius Leonard and Mark Andrews were behind DJ Chark. Darius Leonard's a heck of a football player. Mark Andrews pretty good, go-to guy, 64 catches, 10 touchdowns, and a good blocker.
Do you trust DJ Chark? If I said DJ Chark will have...
Oh, by the way, also not on the list, I noticed this too, so when you start talking about who's here, Allen Robinson not. Would you rather have Allen Robinson or DJ
100%,
Chark?
yeah.
Allen Robinson's better.
100% better.
Yeah.
That's, again, beats silliness there sometimes with these lists.
Well, again, I think he's bases a lot on what happened year previous. I'm not in his head. Like I said, Cooper Kupp was 97, one spot ahead.
Do
he
you
had
think
94 catches and 10 touchdowns.
If I put the over-under for DJ Chark at 74, 8, and 1,100.
Same as last year?
Yeah. If I put the over-under on last year's numbers.
I think he'll do better.
You take the over?
I'll take it.
I'll take the under. I don't trust him yet, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. I'll take the over.
Yeah.
But I think he's
because that's not
like I said. I think he's got to improve.
That's not an awesome year. It's kind of fortunate to be a Pro Bowler that year. We've had years where better numbers don't make the Pro Bowl.
5 catches a game.
What did Dede have the year before? Was it 54? Didn't he have like 70 or no? We only had like 54.
He had 66 last year.
Yeah. I mean,
is there a quiet 66?
And he probably had 6 touchdowns and 800 yards.
66 for 660.
Yeah, that's it.
And
last year
3 touchdowns.
And what about the year before?
He's a 66 guy.
66 the year before?
For 717 and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He's gone.
I mean, we expected Dede Westbrook.
27, 66, 66.
Yeah, in 27 he didn't hardly play, right? Missed a lot of that
5 games started, 7 games total, 27 catches.
Yeah, didn't play much.
But yeah, again, so
that's right on pace for the 66 if he plays the whole year.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Yeah, and you'd like him to bounce back and have a better year. Remember this too. Now you throw the ball 600 times, somebody's going to catch the football. So, Matt Jones caught 80 balls here one year. Reggie Williams had 10 touchdowns here one year.
Yeah.
It's not not necessarily. Again,
it's not an indication of how good you're getting.
Not necessarily. It's part of the puzzle for sure, but it's not. If you throw if you throw the football over a 16-game period, 35 times a game, then that's a lot of attempts. There's going to be a lot of completions. If you complete 60+% of those passes, somebody's got to catch all those footballs.
All right,
no matter who you have. So if you have a bad receiving core, the best of the bad is going to catch 80. So you're going to start to find out.
Didn't Matt Jones catch 71?
That's what I just said. Matt Jones had a year where he caught like 80, 85 balls, I think.
I think it was, it may have been that much. I thought it was 70. But either way, that's a lot of balls for a guy who's not in the league.
Well, that's what DJ Chark caught.
Correct. Although I think you and I both and anyone listening will agree that DJ Chark's going to be much better than Matt Jones. Sustainability.
Yes.
I want to talk about the top of the AFC when we get back.
All right.
there's to me a parallel in play that makes me want to name my Super Bowl champion after the break. Now, a lot can happen between now and then, but I think there is an amazing parallel between one team that is yet to win and another that has. So
All right.
we'll get into that and more. We're rolling along here. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM. The Edge Group is there for you, and they want to help you sell your house. They want to buy your house. That's pretty easy help, right? So if you need to sell it, get an all-cash offer and close in as little as 10 days from the Edge Group. Don't waste another day letting your house sit on the market. Beat the rush, get your home sold, and get it sold for the most money. That means cash in your pocket right now. So whether your property's old, new, or in need of repairs, the Edge Group will buy your home and won't charge you a penny in commission. So don't wait. Right now is the best time to sell. Protect your equity and your future. Call the Edge Group right now and get an all-cash offer at 474-5851. No one helps more homeowners get more money than the Edge Group. And you can find out for yourself when you call 474-5851. There's no obligation. There's no risks. Call the Edge Group today and see what your home is worth. Get an all-cash offer today from the Edge Group. Call 474-5851. That's 474-5851. That's the number to the Edge Group at Keller Williams Realty.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He calls himself the Truth Teller. Find out why.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Go into the night, every night, with Rick Ballou.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies close.
On 1010XL.
If you've been injured, you need a local law firm and attorney with experience. I'm Julie Harrell. I grew up in Jacksonville and have been a personal injury attorney for nearly 20 years. Call Harrell & Harrell, 251-1111. Offices, Jacksonville.
Fishing is more fun when you catch something.
Look at that fish!
The Moe's Southwest Grill Fishing Forecast with Captain Kevin Favor. Brought to you by Ring Power and Tire Outlet. Thursday night at 7 on 1010XL AM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. Holy great deals, Batman. How do we do it? Murray Superstores offer an exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty. So stop paying those big city prices at those big city dealers. Shazam! And we'll trade anything from kitchen mops to laptops. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops with their Memorial Day sale happening May 22nd through the 25th. All Nike golf shoes are 25% off. Score an epic deal on Callaway's Epic Flash Driver, now only $349. Save big with the G400 driver, now only $249. Remember, the more you buy, the more you save, and receive up to 25% off all apparel. Edwin Watts Golf Shops Memorial Day sale happening May 22nd and May 25th. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day, 100% satisfaction guarantee, serving golfers since 1968.
I don't know about you, but I need a haircut. I'm so glad that the Old School Barbershop is back open, ready for business, and ready for you. Walk-ins even accepted at the Old School Barbershop, although I would advise that you go ahead and make an appointment with 3 locations around town and an awesome setup. The Old School Barbershop's going to take you back in time, you know, to a time where you could get your hair cut. So visit the Old School Barbershop right now. Go ahead and make your plans for the next few days. Clean up that shaggy mess, and I'll see you. I will see you at the Old School Barbershop.
Things are moving again in our community, and like so many other local businesses, Diamonds Direct is now open. We're ready to get back to our mission of helping you celebrate your love like never before. Our showrooms are clean, and we're taking all the necessary safety precautions. Our showcases are fully stocked, our values and prices are better than ever, and our team is eager to serve. And starting this Friday, we're helping in a big way with our most aggressive finance offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing with nothing down on any purchase. Yes, 60 months, 0 interest on anything. All certified diamonds, all designer rings, all fashion jewelry, all earrings, pendants, bands, and bracelets. If you've had to delay that engagement or wedding or that anniversary or birthday celebration, Diamonds Direct is here to help. Starting Friday, you can spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest. At Diamonds Direct, now more than ever, we know love is the most essential thing in our lives. So come see us and let us help you share that love with something she'll have forever. Diamonds Direct, open Memorial Day too. Get details, store hours, and directions at diamondsdirect.com.
Man, I've been so impressed by the flexibility of so many of these business partners that I've been working with personally. You know, those businesses that you hear endorsed here on the air. And one of those is Pet Paradise, who, man, they have had their finger on the pulse of this throughout, realizing that healthcare professionals and first responders had bigger needs. They've been offering discounts for their pet care now for weeks, really, since this started and continuing through the end of the month. Well, now the lobbies have reopened. They've resumed tours to customers. So, listen, Pet Paradise has it lined up. Customers practice social distancing in their designated areas inside a lobby. By the way, all locations continue frequent disinfecting of high-touch services and deep cleanings. And Pet Paradise continues to offer curbside drop-off and pick-off services for all appointment types. And there are a lot of appointment types. I've told you, they have grooming, vet services, play dates, boarding, and discounts on all those right now because of the time. Go to petparadise.com today.
Hi, Jacksonville. This is Dave Barker, owner of IHRS. Want your own growing hair guaranteed? IHRS has restored hair for men and women for over 30 years in Jacksonville, and our great staff is back to work. Now, more than ever, our clinic is following all CDC guidelines, and we're ready to help you grow your hair back. Free private in-office or virtual consultations are available. Call 904-777-IHRS or go to hairforme.com. Find out if our exclusive multi-unit hair grafting, laser hair therapy, or PRP will restore your hair. Call 904-777-IHRS for a free in-office or virtual consultation. Go to hair4me.com or call 904-777-IHRS, 777-4477, and grow your hair back.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Tell me if this sounds familiar, Dan.
Uh-huh.
NFL team discovers young quarterback. It goes on to shock everyone, win the MVP, give his team home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and then disappointedly they lose earlier in the playoffs than they expected. Who is that?
NFL team finds young quarterback.
He wins the MVP.
He wins the MVP.
They're the top seed in the AFC, but then surprisingly lose a home playoff game early in the playoffs. That's right. It does sound like Baltimore. You know who else it sounds like?
Who?
Exactly like?
Who?
The 2018 Kansas City Chiefs, who had the top seed in the AFC, who had the newly minted MVP at quarterback in Patrick Mahomes, yet somehow, thanks to offsides and other mistakes, lost to New England at home in the postseason before they even made the AFC Championship game.
Okay. So your point is?
The point is, as your first answer indicated, the Baltimore Ravens are also that team, which makes me think that the Baltimore Ravens should be highly considered as your betting favorite to win the Super Bowl this year.
Well, to take that one step further, which I will, because that's what I do here. I go next level. I don't know if you know that about me or not. That's
well,
what
I know
makes
exactly
me
what
the
you're going to
media
say. I was going to say that, so I'll allow you to
Dan?
take us to a level. I can tell you exactly what you're going to say.
What's that?
I'm going to go and gloss this on a bit of an idea. I'm going to call these next level stats.
NLS.
They have a very easy schedule.
Well, that's not what I thought you were going to say. I'm going to take it to a better third level.
Yeah.
They improved themselves.
Well, sure they did.
Right? They went and got Calais Campbell, Derek Wolfe.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't sit on what they were. They improved.
They got Queenie. They got J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah. They had a great draft. They improved their football team.
They open with Cleveland. They go to Houston. They got Kansas City. And then it goes, let's pile up dubs at Washington, Cincinnati, at Philly, Pittsburgh, at Indy, at New England, Tennessee, at Pittsburgh, Dallas, at Cleveland.
Boy, that sounds like the opposite of an easy schedule to me.
I would say this.
It's a lot of playoff teams.
Jaguars, Giants, Bengals to end it.
That's
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that certainly in December they're going to feel good.
So I think
the Baltimore, I don't know. Will they now be the Chiefs and run their way to the Super Bowl this year? I don't know.
Well,
but
there's
an awful lot of comparisons between that Chiefs team. Mahomes in his first year as a starter wins the MVP. Jackson, first year as a starter, wins the MVP.
Here's the great question. Is Lamar Jackson good enough to do it?
I think what will happen with Lamar Jackson, much like Mahomes, is Mahomes' best statistical season, I think, at the end of his career will be 2018.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be the same for Lamar Jackson last year. But how he gets better and manages.
He's got to win the postseason.
That's right. Just like Mahomes had to.
He's 0 for 2 in the postseason now.
That's correct. The first year he lost. That's it. Lost to New England, his only game.
Mahomes?
Yeah, before last year.
Okay.
Right? 2018, they had home field advantage. The Patriots went there.
He won a playoff game, though, right?
I don't think he. Well,
sure. It was AFC Championship game, Mahomes' MVP year.
No, I thought the Chargers came out. That was the championship game.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, they beat the Colts.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes has some dubs.
Yeah. But other than that, there's a lot of similarities there. So.
Yeah. I mean.
And now I'm going to take the other side and say, I really, Dan, think that the Chiefs have now established and set themselves up to be as close a thing to the Patriots. I don't think the Chiefs are done winning. I think that Mahomes is going to leave with 3 or 4. And the reason I think that is I now believe that the best run team in the NFL is the Kansas City Chiefs. They seem a lot smarter than everyone else.
Boy, it's amazing how your perspective changes.
Yeah.
You would have never said that 5 months ago.
Well, here's why. I wouldn't have said it last year at this time. Last year at this time, the Kansas City Chiefs, okay, now granted there was some
extent. This is a team that could not get out of its own way in the postseason, and they win one, and now they're going to win multiples?
Well,
they might, but
they didn't have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid when they couldn't get out of their way in the postseason.
Andy Reid for a while.
Yeah, but not
Andy Reid's
not to the can't get out of your way in the postseason.
Deal is he couldn't win the biggie.
Yeah, and his deal is also 5 NFC Championship games, a Super Bowl in the NFC, and now over in the AFC. Now he's got a title, so there's going to be some serious monkey liftage going on.
But think about this now. Andy Reid got to Kansas City, let me see this here, in 2013.
Yeah, the year that we decided to go with Gus Bradley, Winter Chiefs, a little smarter than us.
Well, they lost a wild card.
Okay.
Then they missed the playoffs at 9-7. That's okay. Then they lost a division playoff game, 11-5. Then they're 12-4, lost division. 10-6, lost a wild card. Then 18, lost the conference championship. Now they won the Super Bowl. What is? I mean, my gosh.
But now they have the best quarterback in the league, though.
Yeah,
that's the game change.
Yeah.
I'll say this: the Chiefs lost in the AFC Championship game at home.
Mm-hmm.
About 1 year ago, Dan, the Kansas City Chiefs outright released a player who in 2 years and 27 games had accounted for 3,000 total yards and 25 touchdowns. And they went on to win the Super Bowl. That's a team that's built better than any team in the league. Who does that?
Yeah.
I mean, Kareem Hunt, now they had to because of what happened.
Right.
Outright release, you forget, Kareem Hunt had 2,154 rushing yards in 27 games.
Yeah.
15 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had 833 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And they went and won the Super Bowl last year with D'Angelo Williams and Spencer Ware. Because they have I'll give you another thing. I'll give you another reason they're smarter.
D'Angelo Williams, of course, the cousin of Ricky Williams, the former great running back. There's been a lot of Williams running backs.
Yeah, but no, those two aren't related at all. I'll give you something
else.
Nor
was it D'Angelo Williams.
Right now, I don't know. Right now, the Chiefs, to me, are smarter than everyone else. They're smarter on draft day. They're smarter in their moves. They don't sit They don't sit tight. Look, they didn't sit tight with Alex Smith. They went and used a first-round pick where they had a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Who was it? Was it Cadillac Williams last year? Who scored all the super touchdowns in the Super Bowl?
Dante Williams.
It wasn't Dante Williams. Who was it?
Well,
Damian Williams?
Damian Williams, that's it.
Is that who it was?
It is Damian. It's not D'Angelo.
Are we sure it's Damian
I am
Williams?
positive. I'm positive.
College, please, for Damian
Texas
Williams.
A&M.
All right. Now I know who
I'll give you something, and they don't stand pat. Last year, D Ford in 2018 was a Pro Bowl player. They not good enough. We need Frank Clark. If I ask you right now, okay, this conversation and this line right now makes it very depressing to be a Jaguar fan. But if I ask you right now, who would you rather have, Chris Conley or Mecole Hardman?
Well, sure.
Mecole Hardman.
Yeah.
Well, the smart team released Chris Conley, who falls into a starter's role for our team.
They release him. They let him play out his option.
Okay, don't re-sign him. Instead, go for Mecole Hardman.
Yeah.
Now, some could argue, well, the Jags maybe should have drafted Mecole Hardman and not signed Chris Conley. They're just smarter than us.
No.
And I know you like Chris Conley. I like Chris Conley, too. And on this team, he was a good addition. But we're trying to win championships, right, at some point?
Oh, yeah.
The Kansas City Chiefs right now are giving a clinic on championships to me.
Yeah.
And how they've done it. They haven't been timid. And they could have sat there with Alex Smith for another 3 years maxed out with an AFC Championship game appearance.
Oh, yeah.
Or they could go for it, and, man, have they gone for it, and they just improve it every step. Again, imagine if Leonard Fournette isn't nearly as statistically accomplished as Kareem Hunt. Imagine if the Jags right now lost Leonard Fournette. That'd be 50% of the offense gone. It wouldn't be replaced, and they'd win 2 less games than the small number they're going to win anyway.
Bill Barnwell says what's left to do for the Jaguars is to trade Ngakoue. I don't agree with that. I don't like to see teams give up star players, but it seems clear he has no intention of signing an extension in Jacksonville, and I'd rather the team get something close to meaningful value as opposed to settling for a mid-round pick. It's going to be tough with Clowney and Everson Griffin still available on the open market, but I wonder if the Jags can still coax a first-round pick out of a team like the Seahawks. Not if he's not willing to sign for, whatever amount. We've been through this a million times. I don't know what Bill Barnwell's talking about there.
Bill Barnwell and his like would say that they should eliminate the franchise tag. The franchise tag is supposed to protect a football team who can't come to an agreement with an irascible, argumentative football player and maintain contractual control, even though you have to probably overpay him.
Yeah.
And based on what the new market is being set at defensive tackle, the franchise tag money is overpaying Yannick Ngakoue.
Yeah.
I mean, Clowney can't get it.
No.
Everson Griffin can't get it. Those guys are better than Ngakoue, more established than Ngakoue, or at least as good. So, I mean, at the end of the day, play for that $18 million franchise, and it's more than you're going to get in a long-term deal. It's overvalued.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, I don't know, we mentioned yesterday in the 6 o'clock hour, we haven't had scorched earth from Jan in a while. We're about due.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's been a month. All right, let's do this. Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. We'll step aside. We still have to give away a $100 gift card today. No, we don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. Sorry. You're on your own, Goog. It's no 100. All those dreams of the Visa gift cards are now left up to you and your own devices. But we'll still see what's trending. I'm not going to get waved off on that one. That one for sure I know is coming. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Sports radio is.
I know what you're trying to do. I'm trying to free your mind, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it. You have to walk through it.
1010XL.
If you're a man over 45, have frequent urination, an urgent need to go, a weak flow, or waking at night to urinate, it's time to consider UroLift. This is Dr. West, urologist with McKeever Clinic. UroLift is a non-invasive outpatient procedure with minimal downtime. If you suffer from an enlarged prostate and want to avoid the sexual side effects of medication and invasive surgery, UroLift may be for you. Contact McKeever Clinic at 355-6583. That's 355-6583.
Hey, Mike Dempsey here, and I've seen almost every local business adapt in some way to better serve the community in today's new environment. Hello Windows and Doors, no exception. They know that windows and doors are still a part of the safety and security of your home, so they're offering virtual consultations to help get your project done. It's simple. Just schedule a video chat online at PellaJax.com, then talk to a Pella expert about design ideas and get a free quote. Visit PellaJax.com for more details and schedule your virtual consultation. Hello Windows and Doors.
Great news. Diamonds Direct is back open, ready to help you celebrate your love like never before. The team's there. All the necessary precautions are in place, and the showcases are jam-packed. And listen, starting this Friday, Diamonds Direct is helping in a big way with their most aggressive finance offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing, nothing down on any purchase. Yeah, 60 months, 0 interest on anything. All certified diamonds, designer rings, fashion jewelry, earrings, pendants, bands, bracelets. If you've had to delay that engagement or wedding or that anniversary or birthday, Diamonds Direct is here to help. Starting Friday, you can spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest. Imagine a $6,000 designer ring for $100 a month, or a $3,000 pair of earrings for $50 a month. At Diamonds Direct, they know love is the most essential thing in our lives, now more than ever. So come see us and let us help you share that love with someone she'll have forever. Diamonds Direct, open Memorial Day as well. Get detailed store hours and directions at DiamondsDirect.com.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
Attention diesel mechanics. Republic Services is now hiring in Duval and St. Johns County. And with Republic Services, new diesel mechanics get a $2,000 sign-on bonus, a $1,000 yearly tool allowance, and competitive benefits. Republic Services will even pay for your ASE certifications and offer a bonus for each certification earned. Join the Republic Services team and make a positive impact on your community and environment today. Visit republicservices.jobs for more information and to apply. Wear the star, drive your career.
We've all faced difficult times, and you deserve a break. That's why we created our exclusive Beaver Cares campaign to help stimulate our local economy and offer you unprecedented savings. No payments for 6 months, $1,000 cash back, 0% financing, and up to $6,000 more for your trade. Plus, with the purchase of every vehicle, you will support a local business and receive a $200 gift card of your choice. Visit beavercares.com for more information on how you can support the recovery of our community together.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call now for your free evaluation and see if multi-unit hair grafting or PRP can restore your hair. Call 904-777-IHRS.
My bald spots are gone. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS is the only clinic in the Southeast to offer all proven solutions to restore your hair and is now offering multi-unit hair grafting. One procedure, more hair.
You've got nothing to lose but more hair. I feel younger, I look younger, and who doesn't want to feel better about themselves?
This year, grow your hair back. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-4477.
Shout out to the staff over at the Jewel and T Creek Golf Club. That's my home golf course. Man, they are working above and beyond to keep you safe and sanitary. One person per cart, total clean after every round of golf of the golf carts, distancing, any and everything they can to get you out on what has now been proven and documented to be great during these times, and that's getting out, enjoying some sunshine, some exercise, and quite frankly, a lack of stress. The Jointon Creek Golf Club is open. They're there to serve you. They're doing an unbelievable job of keeping you safe in these times, so set your tee time today.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
That's some familiar music that we haven't heard in a while. Are you telling me that right now, Sweet Allie McDeal is on the hotline?
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes.
Wow.
Yes.
Welcome back, Sweet Allie.
Is it go time,
Morning.
Allie?
Thank you. What's that?
Go time at the poker rooms? Where are we at?
It is. Yeah. We're reopening tomorrow, 10 a.m., both locations. Full force and opening. So that means you'll see poker, you'll see live racing, you'll see simulcast, you will see food is being served, drinks are being served, table games are open. So, yeah, so it's lots of fun. They'll be practicing social distancing. You'll be required to wear a mask when you come in.
Mm-hmm.
You'll go through a non-invasive temperature check on the way in. They'll have separate entrance versus exits. They've done a tremendous job about really just cleaning, sanitizing, and sterilizing each and every surface possible that anybody could touch, including the chips. So that was kind of a fun process to watch them go through that. But they did clean and sterilize all the chips while we were closed. They replaced all the cards, and they have a nice rotation. That's procedure that's been put in place to make sure that the cards remain an airtight container so there's no cross-contamination, and then they will rotate them in such a way that they have enough time, ample time to self-sanitize, and they will do the same thing with the chips. So they're going to do everything that they can. Every time a player leaves, they'll wipe down every surface. They'll swap out chairs, bringing in clean chairs, wiping down handrails. You will not see plexiglass at the tables, which is something that seems to be sweeping the gaming floor in, places like Nevada and larger casino venues. So they're not going to have those. You will see some plexiglass around the room in front of the podium where you would sign up at the list to get in a game, as well as at the cage, and then a few over by the bar area just to help keep people separated while they're eating. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. Everybody's excited. They'll be playing six-handed in the poker room and then five-handed in the pit. So there'll be 4 players plus the designated player. So for a total of 5 over there. But we're looking forward to it. There's a lot of people that are really excited, and we hope to see some friendly faces.
The couple questions I had, you did say 6-handed, so that's a relief. I know that I saw in some standards that initially they were talking about 4-handed, which is ridiculous poker. I don't know, that would make it tough, I think. The second thing is the masks. Do people have to come with masks? Do you have masks either there available for sale or to give away, or do people need to make sure that they have it when they arrive?
I mean, it's a good idea to bring your own masks. They will have masks to hand out, but remember that they will have them until they run out. So, if everybody comes in and nobody has a mask, then they're probably going to run out within the first day. So that would be problematic. So you're encouraged to bring your own, but they will have some there if you forget it or just don't have one handy.
All right. Well, that's awesome news for you guys. I know it's been tough on a lot of people, a lot of places, and I don't just mean the poker room business. I mean all of the players, some of whom, maybe not the best career move, but some people make a career out of playing poker over there. So,
yeah, well, it is such a thing that it's become so widespread that Las Vegas, in fact, started paying unemployment to people who claimed on their tax returns as being gambling professionals.
Mm-hmm.
So they were getting unemployment the entire time that the casinos were closed because there was no way for them to play. And that's not just poker. These are people that, bet sports for a living, or, they have teams of people that play video poker machines and different types of slot banks. So all of those people who filed their profession as professional gamblers were collecting unemployment. So leave it to Nevada for something like that. But those guys were safe there. None of the people in Florida, I think, were quite so fortunate.
Thank you, sweet Allie. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you guys. I will chat with you next week.
Good deal. Have a good day.
Awesome. There she goes. That's Allie McDeal, who's made her triumphant return. And the poker rooms are back in business starting on Friday. Now, look, there's going to, for a while here especially, there's going to be some changes to the way we normally go and do things. I wonder how far the movie theaters are behind, Beef. Have there been any news on that?
There hasn't been any announcements about openings, but, I mean, the summer releases that were on the schedule are still scheduled to come out. Those are
I would
the
think
June, July
that
releases.
It
So.
seems, especially, isn't the trend now, Beef, for most movie theaters to assign seating?
Yeah, that's the trend.
Would you say that more?
Yeah, you don't walk it. There are very few theaters you walk in. You just walk.
The theaters could open today. Then I mean that's very simple. You just make sure you don't, look. Go to the theater in the daytime in the summer. Often there's about 8 of you in there anyway. No.
Give or take.
I see.
It's tough because they're gonna have to space people out.
You can now. Yes. You can space a lot easier in the movies than you used to be able to.
Yeah, because you can just block out those in between seats and say, well, people don't sit here.
Yeah.
I love opinions about quarterbacks, and everybody has one. Dan Orlovsky yesterday came out and said that he would take Sam Darnold over any of the young quarterbacks, including Lamar Jackson. He thinks he's going to be the best. Yet if you look at CBS Sports, where they put the tier system out, they have Darnold, and the verdict is out on tier 7, along with Gardner Minshew. Yet you'll see Kyler Murray, who, again, I don't have a problem with Kyler Murray being ranked ahead of Gardner Minshew, although their rookie years were very similar. Both in wins and in statistics. Kyler Murray has a lot of other things going for him, like they really added to the offense this year. So
DeAndre Hopkins is start and finish. I think they also, in addition to extending Drake, didn't they take that Arizona running back? I think they did a little.
They also drafted a tackle from Houston. I think that guy.
The little guy, the little scat back, I think from Arizona. They got.
So I don't mind that at all. But the verdict is out on and he's got all the young guys there. But why would you? Okay, he has Darnold there, but yet he doesn't have your guy, Buffalo guy. Where's Buffalo guy?
He's higher.
Okay.
Yet I'm watching ESPN right now, and they just did a AFC East quarterback draft with their football experts, Ryan Clark and those guys. And Josh Allen didn't get one single vote.
Right.
2 went to Darnold, 1 went to Tua.
So it's just opinion and based on what we've seen so far. Josh Allen deserves to be ahead of Sam Darnold because he's had more success than Sam Darnold, and I'm fine with that. I just think it's interesting that there's one guy, Dan Orlovsky, who thinks Darnold will be better. This guy thinks that Darnold still has a lot to prove and sees ghosts and all that. So. What we do know is that
Darnold is getting too much credit.
Yeah.
The fact that everyone would take Darnold there, I'm still right. I mean, you can only operate on promise for so long. He hasn't even strung together a good stretch yet.
Yeah, we can tell you that Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Wilson and Watson and Brady and Breeze and Rodgers and Wentz and Roethlisberger, if you have those guys, you feel pretty good about your
You always have a chance.
Yeah.
You always have a chance with those guys. Well, not always. Aaron Rodgers has had some stinkers.
Yeah.
Well, they all have had some losing seasons,
Yeah.
but a lot has to go wrong for that to happen.
Those are the guys that you would want right now. Now, if you do have a Brady or a Roethlisberger, you want them, but you have an eye towards the future too, because you know it's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
If you have Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes, you can't be any more happy as an NFL fan.
100%.
Yeah. If
Lamar Jackson went.
Russell Wilson in his
Lamar
prime.
Jackson went just after Taven Bryan, in case you forgot.
Yeah, thank you. Deshaun Watson.
He went just after Leonard.
Be another guy you're excited about. So, and then if you have, Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford, Dak Prescott. Look, if I got Dak Prescott, I'm totally content. Well, a guy threw for 5,000 yards.
Sure.
He's young. He's getting better. I'm fine with Dak Prescott. He has Jimmy Garoppolo as a rising star. He did go to a Super Bowl, but, it was one of those, and it's probably unfair because they won
really
the games.
good numbers
but,
last year.
But when
Over
you throw,
100 rating.
When you throw 9 passes or 14 passes, you tend to go, well, the criticism of Jimmy Garoppolo is they're scared of him. They're scared of him. And I remember a team that was scared of their quarterback in an AFC championship game, and it didn't go so well. You can't be scared of your own quarterback. You just can't.
It didn't play that way in the Super Bowl that they were scared of him. It didn't seem.
Down at the end, they ran the ball, remember? They ran the ball and had to kick it back.
Well, actually, no. He made the same mistake he made in Atlanta, and he threw the ball on second down when they had a 10-point lead. So the only reason I remember that is because I was taking special note. All right, here we go again. How's Shanahan going to approach this one? Mm-hmm. He blew it both ways, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. You can win with them. Those are the guys I don't know that you necessarily want. I just because you're going to keep them. I guess you can win with them, but are you going to win with them?
Well,
what does win mean?
What name is on there?
Carr, Tannehill, Cousins, Mayfield, Josh Allen, Teddy Bridgewater, Goff, Rivers, Tyrod Taylor.
There's maybe a couple in there. I mean, everyone. Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
I think deserves a little better treatment than that.
Yeah.
I mean, Phillip Rivers is kind of in that, Big Ben, Matt Ryan, although those guys have been to Super Bowls, and that's the one thing that Rivers hasn't done.
Oh, yeah, there's Rivers, yeah. Goff, Bridgewater, Mayfield, Cousins,
This is definitely a prove-it year for some guys. I think it's a prove-it year for Darnold, although he'll get more rope. But like we said earlier, I mean, I'm tired of hearing about his promise. Let me see some results, but I'll give you another one. I can only operate.
This is year 3 for Darnold.
I know,
right?
and then you got Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, at some point, Teddy's got to step up, lead a team for a whole year, and because there's a reason why he's never the starter going into the next year.
Well,
dude, he was on the Jets.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they drafted Darnold.
Yeah.
So
he might be that middle tier guy.
It's okay. You can win with him, but it's going to take everything else.
Sam Darnold went 17, 15, 19, 13.
He improved a little. What's the passing yards for him last year?
3,000 in 13 games.
Yeah.
It'd be close to 4.
That's okay. That's not bad. But
I need more from him. I need more.
Yeah, they need. You know what? As you go through this, the Bills and Sean McDermott, they have a lot of. McDermott probably should get a little bit more notoriety.
Yeah.
You never mention him as the top young coaches. He's fashioning playoff seasons with Bills teams that have Tyrod Taylor and Josh Allen not yet mature into playoff years. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Before we break up, Eve, I got another speed trap. One thing's pretty clear here as we get to the middle of May. They're out there every day. Apparently, they've been tired of being cooped up and. No more social distancing for FHP and some of the others. Right now, heavy presence on the Heckscher Drive between New Berlin and Jacksport. That one is just in. But I've had them other places on JTB, on Southside Boulevard. They're out, they're about, and you need to keep those speeds down and cash in your pocket.
I was driving yesterday. You'll like this story real quick. I had to go do a television interview with a nice young man. Beef, you can kill that music. This isn't a speed trap. And I was driving along, and he lives way out on the west side of town.
West Side?
And so I punched in the
address.
And man, I was on roads I didn't even know existed. And I went by that equestrian center, commerce center, or whatever.
So you're out
but
on
there's like some
Normandy.
new roads out there that
103rd.
Yeah, Normandy. I got on Normandy. But there are some new roads out there that are really terrific, by the way.
Oh, well, yeah. They've
Shout
done
out
down
to all
around,
those.
around Cecil Field. They've done a lot of stuff
some
there.
Terrific new roads
You get turned
out
around
there.
if you don't know what you're doing.
But if you had put me out there without any
God.
help,
We'd be looking for him right now.
I might be walking back right now,
No, I 100%
telling you milk was a bad choice.
That's not even.
And I'm so hot.
Not even an embellishment.
Yeah, I'm not embellishing. I was like, man, I've been in Jacksonville for a long, long time, and I've been all over Jacksonville. I did not know these roads. It was fun.
Beef has an exciting new game for us when we return. We'll also see
right.
he may just not know it. We also have the always fascinating trending segment coming up in the 9 o'clock hour.
One of the things we're going to do is we're each going to put on masks and sing, and then Beef's going to guess who's who.
No, you got to stop beating him up on that.
I'm not beating him up. Why is that a beat up?
What do you mean you're not beating him up?
Is that a beat up?
You've been beating the kid up since you showed up today.
He's not a kid. He's 40 years old.
He's a kid to me. All right? You've been beating him up about this Masked Singer. I mean, and you come in with this ridiculous bachelor stuff. He just doesn't let it go.
This is typical Hicken.
You can't let him show that it's bothering you. He'll never let up, dude.
You find a paper cut, and he's going to dig and dig
there
and
you go.
dig
So
until
you
it's
just
an
got
open
to
wound.
The leaner, Beef.
Whenever he talks to you, you just have to pretend like you don't hear and don't respond.
Is there any way if I lean hard enough on this, it'll be a Thursday night in September, and Mrs. Beef will go, honey, why aren't you watching The Masked Singer?
Why, I'd say, honey,
I don't watch it. I don't watch it anymore.
Because it airs on Wednesday nights, honey. You know this.
Why not? I don't want to talk about it.
No.
Because Hicken leaned on him a little bit.
Way too
Made
much.
him feel bad.
No, your trash opinions on
Chance I
TV
can
and
do
movies
that?
are not going to sway me.
No, I can't do that?
No, your TV and
With
movie
that
opinions are
that
garbage.
leaning
You
won't
know
work?
this.
All right. I was just checking.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of